If you're looking to sell your home in 2024, then you will be interested in what I have to say in this video. Tune in and find out the details of the new rules of selling your home in 2024. So the real estate market has changed quite a bit over the last couple years. During the pandemic market, we saw very limited inventory. What inventory we had sold within days because interest rates were at 2 or 3%. And so there was a feeding frenzy for houses, what available houses there were on the market. After the pandemic, as mortgage rates rose due to inflation, we have seen buyers back out of the market and put their home searches on hold. As people start to get used to the higher mortgage rates, seeing 6s and 7s instead of 2s and 3s, some of them have started to come back into the market, and we have seen inventory start to increase from what it was during the pandemic. This has all impacted what the market looks like for you as a seller. So the first thing I want to say, to be clear, is we are still in a seller's market technically. So a seller's market is anything where we have less than 6 months of inventory. Anything more than 6 months of inventory is a buyer's market, and a buyer's market is when you usually see home prices really start to drop. So we still are in a seller's market. We are still seeing home prices go up, although it is very little. It's really more that they're staying pretty flat. And that is because what we're seeing is inventory start to increase. You combine that with higher mortgage rates, and you have fewer buyers out there, and we're at between 4.5 to 5.5 months of inventory. So we're getting very close to a balanced market. So the old rule in 2023 was sellers would be lucky to find a buyer because, again, there was mortgage interest rate shock. And so buyers just left the market, and so there weren't a lot of buyers out there. And so if you were a seller, you just had to find any buyer you could. Now the buyers are back because what they've realized is that while 7% is a lot worse than 3%, 7%, historically speaking, is not all that bad of an interest rate. And so they are coming back, and there are some bidding wars happening again, although it is for a smaller section of houses. So it's for, in our area, homes between 200 and 300,000 that are move-in ready, don't need a lot of work. And so those houses, we are still seeing bidding wars. For other sellers, we are not seeing the bidding wars yet. And that is because, again, inventory is up and there still aren't as many buyers. Now, I do think as the interest rates drop, more buyers will come to the market, and we'll start to see that bidding wars expand to a broader pool of houses. The second rule, the old rule, was your home didn't have to be perfect. Again, during the pandemic, buyers were taking anything. They had a fear of missing out on the mortgage rates, and so they were buying up every house that was available. In this new market, because there is so much more inventory, sellers need to work hard to make their home stand out. And so if there are little things that you can do in terms of minor repairs, things you can do to upgrade or update your home, give it better curb appeal, etc., etc., those are important things to do to try to make your house stand out amongst a sea of other houses that are on the market. Inventory has increased so much that has really become much more important. Another old rule was that sellers may had to slash their price, and that was definitely, we saw that in 2023 and the early part of 2024. The new rule is that it is more important to be patient. So we got so used to the pandemic where homes sold in 2 or 3 days or a week at most that we got uncomfortable with a home staying on the market for 2 or 3 weeks or even a month. Being on the market for a month to a month and a half is actually a normal market. And so sellers were getting impatient with homes not selling in a week, so they were slashing prices left and right to try to get their home sold. when really I think being patient, they would have gotten their home sold. I know I had some clients that we priced our home pretty high. We were shooting for the stars. We knew that, but they didn't really need to sell. But eventually, after a couple price cuts, we did go under contract, and we're set to close later this month. For them, the key was being patient. Yes, we did a couple price cuts, but we were overpriced to begin with. Once we got in the right range, it was just a matter of being patient until the right buyer came along. And I think that's what a lot of sellers need to do right now. Another old rule was that sellers couldn't negotiate much. Again, there were so few buyers because of the high interest rates that sellers pretty much had to take whatever offer they got, and there wasn't a whole lot of room for negotiation. Now, even though there are more homes on the market, buyers are being pickier, but there is more room for negotiation. So you can haggle back and forth over price or other terms that are important to you. That is definitely something you can do in this current market. Another old rule, the final one, is that a lot of sellers were told don't sell now because they'll have a hard time buying the next home. And the new rule is that actually now is as good a time ever to sell your home, because it is pretty easy to find another home, again, because inventory is up. And so it is a good time to go ahead and put your home on the market, because you'll be able to find something else to purchase, whether you're moving up, moving down, moving out of state, whatever. There is inventory out there. Anyway, I hope these little new rules for selling your home in 2024 are helpful to you as a home seller. Remember, if you're looking, you or a friend or family is looking to buy or sell in Central Florida, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Till next time, have a great day, everybody.